It was supposed to be the happiest evening of my life, the one where I celebrated my grandson's marriage, the boy I had raised like my own son after his parents died young. The mansion was glowing with lights, laughter, music, and the scent of roses. I sat at the head of the long dining table, my wheelchair quietly positioned near the center so I could see everyone smiling. I had spared no expense, hundreds of guests, a grand chandelier imported from France, gold-plated cutlery. That night was meant to mark the beginning of his new chapter. But destiny had something else planned. As the toast began, I smiled when my grandson stood up, glass in hand, his new bride beside him. Everyone went silent, expecting him to say something loving or grateful. Instead, he turned toward me, his eyes cold, and said words that sliced through me like glass shards. I can't believe I have to thank a man who had filthy thoughts about my wife. The entire hall froze. A woman dropped her wine glass. My heart stopped. I blinked, thinking I had misheard. But no, his voice grew louder.
Yes.
He said, glaring. My wife told me everything. You looked at her with disgusting eyes. You wanted something from her. My wife gasped, clutching my hand. The room turned into a storm of whispers, shocked faces staring at the old man in the wheelchair, the one everyone respected for decades. I felt my throat close as tears stung my eyes. My hands shook. I couldn't even stand to defend myself. I looked at his wife, young, beautiful, nervous, pretending to cry.
Son, I whispered, my voice trembling. I raised you. I fed you. I gave you everything I had. But he cut me off. You disgust me, he spat. The words echoed, and for the first time, I wished I wasn't alive. I saw my wife's eyes fill with tears, but not of confusion, of pain. She knew something I didn't. Hours passed in seconds. The guests started leaving quietly, some murmuring in pity, others in disgust. The party died before the cake was even cut. That night, my wife held my hand in silence. He's made a mistake, she whispered.
I nodded, broken. But inside I knew, truth always returns. A week later, while my grandson was away on a business trip, his wife visited me. I expected another insult, but instead, she looked terrified. I'm sorry, she said, her voice trembling. It wasn't supposed to go that far. I frowned. What do you mean? She hesitated. There was another man. He told me to accuse you. He said you'd give up your wealth to save your respect. My heart sank. Who? I asked, but she just cried. My wife came in and stood behind her silently.
It was your business partner, she said softly. He wanted your estate. He knew your grandson would inherit everything once you died.
He played everyone. That moment my blood boiled not with anger, but purpose. I may have been old, but I was not weak. For weeks I acted broken, silent, ignored. My grandson stopped visiting. His wife grew restless. Then one night I called a lawyer and signed a new will. Everything I owned would go to charity, except one company, one property, left in my wife's name. Months later, when my health began to fade, my grandson came again, guilt on his face. Grandpa, I'm sorry, he whispered. I looked at him calmly. I forgave you long ago, I said. But some wounds don't heal. They teach. He cried, thinking all was fine. But when I passed away a week later, he found out the truth. The wealth he betrayed me for was gone. The only thing left was a letter in his name. It said, "You lost your inheritance the moment you lost your heart." He broke down that day, screaming my name in the empty mansion. And his wife. She left him soon after, chasing the same greed that destroyed them both. People said I died heartbroken, but I didn't. I died in peace, because I knew that sometimes the greatest revenge is not to destroy someone, but to let them destroy themselves. Sighs softly. You see, kindness is not weakness. It's the power to stay silent while truth burns through lies. Strange, isn't it? The boy I once fed became the man who buried himself in his own shame. Life, my dear, has its own justice.